Hello everyone, Rose here. Welcome to the third and final installment of my October 2019 trip to Japan with my husband. Yes, this took far longer to make and get out, but plague. If you haven't already seen part 1 and 2 of this miniseries, I will link them above and below if you wish to see the complete adventure. Before we begin, perhaps pause this to grab a beverage of your choice because there is much to see. To start things off, I have 4 tips of sorts I wish to share with you. 1. Carry a small handkerchief with you because it's common for public restrooms to not have dryers or paper towels to dry your hands. 2. I just want to give a gentle reminder that whenever you travel to a foreign country, do take the effort to learn some basic words and phrases appropriate to the country. I always keep a small pocketbook to write in that I refer to throughout my travels. It's honestly just a respectful, polite, and easy thing to do. 3. When taking the bus in Japan, you get on at the back of the bus and you exit at the front of the bus where you will pay either with exact change, a bus ticket, or a Suica card. 4. From our experience, we discovered that, at least in Kyoto, a taxi costs about equal to what an Uber costs. My husband and I are at our final destination, which is here in Kyoto. And we are here for a long time. We're here for, I want to say, 6 or 7 days, something like that. I would say that for both my husband and I think we both really prefer Kyoto. And then it would be Tokyo, and then it would be Osaka. We prefer Kyoto because it's just such a beautiful place. We like the atmosphere, we like the vibe. It's definitely beautiful here. There's so much to see. Oh my gosh. You cannot see everything there is to see in Kyoto in a week. Even I feel if you're like, go, like every single day, like no, you need more than that. And I mean, this isn't specific to Kyoto, but I really enjoy in Japan just the random alleyways that you will come across, and they will have these tiny little places that you can eat, and they can only hold like 5 to 10 people, and that's it. There's just something so nice and charming about that, and I really like that. And gosh, what else? There's more people coming. I'm freezing. I'm awkward. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's some people across from me, so I think I'm gonna pause here. I'll check back in with you at some other time. My husband and I really wanted to rent a couple bikes to ride along the river, but the timing never quite worked out for us. Next time. On our 3rd day, we got up early to go see Cumisidera Temple for a second time. Plot twist, it rained nearly the whole time we were there. However, we did not let this dampen our spirits. We tag-teamed in holding umbrellas so we could still film and photograph to our heart's content. I mean, our shoes got wet, but look at these shots. Totally worth it. Temple, and since it was still raining, this time around we were able to sit inside this Starbucks. The building is over 100 years old and has 2 tatami seating areas, if I remember correctly. I really like the Nineizaka region where this Starbucks is located because all homes and buildings remain original and untouched. You won't find any neon signs there. I took some pictures this time around when we visited the Studio Ghibli store because going once was clearly not enough. Gentle reminder that at the back of the store is a place that sells drinks and desserts with seating to enjoy said beverages and sweets. That night we ate dinner at our hotel where they were having a jazz night. I filmed this on my phone, hence the kind of poor quality. And look, this is another secondhand beautiful haori that I picked up in Kyoto. I love it so much. Once again, folks, I had to get up at the ass crack of dawn just so my husband and I could beat the crowds at Fushimi-Inari, and we did. I was happy about that, don't get me wrong. I just don't like getting up at times that shouldn't exist, like 5 a.m. Fun fact, up to this point in our trip, I had noticed and felt 4 minor earthquakes. My sister and our Japanese friend told us that people who live in Japan will sometimes make a game out of it to guess the size of an earthquake. You know, just a totally normal game to play. Just want to let you all know we are almost to the very end. I didn't think that we'd make it, but we did. We've been doing this since, I don't know, like 7:15-ish in the morning, and it is now about 10:16 because we've been stopping to film. It's been wonderful, it's been tiring, but we're gonna have very firm tushies by the end, and you can bounce a quarter off of it. That is it. I'm just so proud of us. Good job, sweetie. Okay, see you at the end, guys. So yes, we walked the mountain trail in about 3 hours. When we first went to Fushimi-Inari with our friends, we only walked maybe 15% of the trail since we were on a time crunch. If you wish to walk the whole trail, just make sure to wear proper walking shoes, bring enough water, and definitely a snack or two. On our way back down the mountain, there is a place that sells ice cream, so we naturally had some celebratory ice cream. I didn't film this part, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Since we did a lot of walking that day, my husband and I slept for a solid 11 hours that night. The next day, we took it fairly easy, but we did manage to make an absolutely wondrous discovery, a food chain called Katsukura Shijo Teramachi. Oh my goody, oh my goody. Guys, their tonkatsu tasted like food gifted to us mere mortals from powerful benevolent spirits. You think I'm exaggerating, and maybe I am, but it was so good. Do yourself and your ancestors a favor and eat at one of these restaurants, okay? You're welcome. I've lost count. For the third or fourth time, I had to get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, this time to go to Arashiyama to see the famous bamboo forest. For the record, whether I'm traveling or back at home, I am just not a morning person. That is where my ear is directed, waking up very early. Anyway, the bamboo forest, or I suppose the path through the bamboo forest, was a lot shorter than we were anticipating. I wouldn't say it was a disappointing realization, more of a simple, feeling. Since we got there so early, there were very few people around, although not exactly quiet. Somewhere close by, a loud leaf blower was being used the entire time that we were there. Not exactly tranquil sound-wise, but still a beautiful sight to see. Hey everyone, so currently we're close to the bamboo forest. We've already been through that. I want to recommend come around 7 a.m. It's October right now, so just know that the light may be different depending on the time of the year, but 7 a.m. you'll still get the sunlight through the trees. If you come before that, you won't really... And you can hear those big crows. Ooh, they are giant. Anyways, I think before 7 a.m. the light might not be as good. And we're also going to come back. We're going to go check out a bridge that's nearby and then come back maybe around 10 or 11 a.m. because we think that the light will be definitely different at that time. Maybe, I don't know, more colorful, stronger, majestic. Sure. Anyways, there's definitely going to be more crowd at that point. Since we came around 7 a.m., there was hardly anyone, so that's cool. And I think that is the end of my tip. So, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you wish to visit the bamboo forest so early like we did, taking the bus would be the easiest and quickest way to get there. That was the case for us, at least. After our forest explorations, we just wandered around and eventually came out by the nearby Katsura River and then made our way to the 509-foot-long Togetsu-kyō bridge. I think that's how you pronounce it. We stayed in the area until just past noon because 1, we got to see what we had set out to see that day in Arashiyama, and 2, I forgot to bring an umbrella to combat the sun. Even with sunscreen, I'm a pale redhead and I burn easy. That night we had simple conveyor belt sushi at Musashi Sushi in the Nakagyo ward. I would consider this sushi to be cheap, but so tasty. Before taking the Shinkansen back to the Narita airport, we had our last official, so to speak, meal at a traditional tempura restaurant. Originally booked our tickets for the Shinkansen, we made sure to reserve seats that would face Mount Fuji. By the time we passed Mount Fuji, the sun was quickly saying goodbye, but thankfully there was just enough daylight left to see this grand mountain. I hope you can tell from these 3 videos that my husband and I enjoyed our trip immensely. The people, the sights, the experiences, the food. Japanese food is probably my second favorite food. The number 1 spot will always and forever be Thai food. We definitely want to visit Japan again in the future. Thank you all who have followed me on this journey. If you've been to Japan or live in Japan, what is one place, whether it is a city, a restaurant, a park, anything, what place do you think more people should know about? Please let me and everyone else know down in the comments. Please take care, everyone. Like and subscribe if that feels right to you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I am 100% serious when I say that I miss bidet toilets in Japan. Bidet toilets are the superior toilets. Do not at me about this.